There's nothing that can compare to this. Like, I don't know how a book could get better than this book. Guys, we need to have a chat. It's very important and I just need to talk to someone about it. So that's what we're gonna do. Basically, I finished a book last night. Actually, I started the book last night and also finished it last night. It was the best book I've literally ever read in my entire life. And I want to cry thinking about it because it was so good. So, first of all, I would like to formally apologize because it's not out yet. And it does not come out. Literally, I need to calm down. Okay. It doesn't come out until April of next year. So I'm sorry that you cannot get it. I'm really sorry for that because you need it in your life. It was, let me calm myself because I'm being so dramatic. There's no reason to cry here. But I got like 3 hours of sleep, so I'm delirious. We're using my lamp because it's a very gloomy day today. I needed to talk to you about this book because I literally cannot stop thinking about it. And I also decided I want to do a reading vlog, so I'm just going to take you through this week and show you what I'm reading and talk to you about what I want to talk to you about. Basically, I got an arc to read Abby Jimenez's new book, Yours Truly, and I knew it was going to be good. Like, I went into it preparing myself for that. Like, I knew it was going to be good because I've given all her books 5 stars, and one of my Bookstagram friends has read it and she loved it. She gave it 5 stars as well. She thought it was literally one of her favorite books of the year. So I had high expectations going in, but I did not know that it was gonna wreck me. Basically, I'm just letting you know that it's the best book I've ever read. It's the best book of the year and you need to pre-order it. So I'm going to link it below and I'm asking you to pre-order. If you read any book that I ever recommend, you need to read this one because it was so good. So if you read Part of Your World, basically that book is about Alexis and this book is about Alexis's best friend Brianna, or Brie, and she is like an ER doctor. She is loved by everyone. She's fun, she's funny, all this stuff, and then a new doctor starts working at her hospital, Jacob. They kind of get off on the wrong foot, but they quickly kind of get on the right foot. One thing about it that I loved so much was the main guy character, Jacob, struggled with anxiety. He like took medication for it and things like that. I've never read a book with a main character that had anxiety and like you got the descriptions of like how he felt in social situations and like how he was overthinking and everything that went on in his head. You got to read it. It was dual POV, so you got Bree's and Jacob's point of view. So like you get to read how he just like how anxiety works in his head, and it was so relatable because I feel like I'm not on an anxiety medication, even though I have nothing against that. That's awesome if you need that. God created medicine to help us, so if you need anxiety medication, I'm all for it. But I definitely have like social anxiety, overthinking, that kind of stuff, more than I have like the average human, but I haven't had to get on medication. I don't want to take away from people that have had that experience, but I just felt so close to him and like I was drawn to him because he struggled with that and it just felt so relatable and you were just able to connect to him and he was just literally the sweetest. Like, are you kidding me? The sweetest guy in the entire world and like the best book boyfriend ever, and I feel like anybody that reads this book would fall in love with the characters. And Bree is just so fun, but she also is struggling with just like being able to open her heart again because she went through a divorce. And it just like reminded me just the importance of like that love always shows up, that when you love someone you always show up for them, like you never give up. Also, it's thundering. It's the stormiest day. Actually, it wasn't earlier, but now it is. It's currently Sunday if you weren't wondering. I literally started it last night. I was waiting until I had a good amount of time to read it because I figured I would want to binge it, and that's exactly what I did. So basically I started like 8 and I stayed up so late finishing it. I just couldn't stop. Like, I had to know, and it's like 400 pages, so it's kind of long. It took me a decent amount of time. I literally finished it at like 3 in the morning and I had to get up at 7 because I had church. So I got about 3.5 hours of sleep, but I'm like on adrenaline and delirium at this point. So I need a nap and also to update my book journal with it, but I just needed you to know about this book to start off this vlog. There's nothing that can compare to this. Like, I don't know how a book could get better than this book. Like, that's how I'm feeling. I'm like, what am I gonna do from here? Because there could never be a book better than Yours Truly. I think I'm just gonna take you for what I read this week and also updating my reading journal and things like that. Abby Jimenez has a Facebook group, which you should totally join if you like her books. It's called the Friend Zone by Abby Jimenez discussion group. So it's kind of like all the books she has. She just talks about like updates with her books and stuff, but then she also has one for when you finish a book, you can go in the like discussion group for that book. So I'm gonna do that right now. Anyways, I'm gonna stop talking now. Hello guys, it is a few days later and I have not talked to you on this video, but I did not not read for quite a few days, and then I started a new book last night, so I thought I would do some vlogging of me reading this book. I also want to update my reading journal, so maybe I'll do that today. But honestly, I've been wanting to read this book all day, and I'm finally allowing myself. So I started All Your Perfects by Colin Hoover last night, and I had to force myself to stop reading it at 11:30 because I did not need to stay up super late. So I'm on page 60, and I really want to finish this book today because I already know this by me not being able to stop last night, having to force myself, that it's gonna be a book that I'm going to binge because I want to know what happens at the end, and it's already really sad. So I'm just expecting it to get sadder, but then hopefully we'll get happy at the end. So very excited. So I'm going to continue reading this. It's only like 300 pages, so pretty short. Hopefully in like 3 or 4 hours I can finish this book. That's the goal, because I would like to finish it today. I'm gonna read, I don't know if I'll do the whole book right now. I might, who knows? But I need to continue because I need to know what happens. So here we go, on page 63, chapter 6. Basically, it's about a marriage between Quinn and Graham, and you're getting like the then perspective when they first met and started dating and fell in love, to now, 7 years later, where they're struggling in their marriage. One big trigger warning is infertility in this book, and you can definitely like, it's at the very beginning. There's not like a section. It's literally basically the whole book, I'm assuming, because just based on the first 60 pages, it's gonna be the whole book. So if you struggle with that, or if that would be a trigger, I would just not read this book. So anyways, just wanted to say that up front if you want to read this book, but I'm going to share my reactions because I feel like this is gonna be such a fun reading vlog in the sense that I'm probably gonna cry. So let's do it.
Questions that I wanna ask, but I can find the reasons why. You always find a small excuse to leave.
Okay, I'm back on page 159, and I'm snacking, but something just happened, and I'm like, excuse me, this could not have actually happened. Like, if this actually happened, I would be so upset. Literally already crying. Like, how could this happen? How could this person do this? Like, I just cannot. I'm so confused. And obviously, since it's then and now, like, you get what happens and then you have to flip back to the other one. So I'm like, what in the world? I can't find out until the next chapter. Oh my goodness. But I've been reading this entire time, and I'm probably gonna finish this book because I need to know, and I'm in shock. Okay, that's all. A whirlwind. Oh, there we go. As you saw from the last clip, I literally bawled my eyes out at the end of this book. I'm gonna start crying just thinking about it. But I finished the book. There was a few more pages, like 20 more pages after that last clip, so I finished it. I've taken some time to finish eating supper and also get myself together, and then I started crying again. So thought I would give a little review of this book. I rated it 5 stars because I literally flew through it and I loved it so much. I felt so connected to the characters, and Colleen Hoover just like knows how to write a book that you don't want to put down. Like, you have to know what happens, and that's how I always feel when I read her books. This honestly is probably one of my favorites of hers because I felt like it was so real, because I feel like some of her books, and just books in general, are very either unrealistic or they're like just perfect happy endings tied in a little bow. And not that this book didn't end happily, it just doesn't end perfectly, and I feel like that's how life is. Like, life isn't going to be perfect. It's not going to be this like happy rom-com that everything works out at the end. Even though I love reading those, I feel like this wasn't one of those books. I feel like if you read it, it's gonna wreck you. And I did talk about it earlier, but it does touch on infertility the entire book. It's a big like premise of the book, so if you are struggling with that, I would probably not recommend this book. Just wanted to say that. I literally loved it so much. I like want more of these characters. Like I just want to learn more about them. I just want to see them after this. I'm wishing there was a sequel to this, even though I'm not sure what she would put in a sequel, but it'd just be really cool to see like what the characters are doing now. I do think this and the Hopeless series, maybe they intertwine or something. I feel like this intertwines with that, but the Hopeless, I've heard really big trigger warnings on that, so I'm kind of scared of that one. But I tabbed it so much because there were so many special moments in the book that I wanted to remember. I don't know why this book made me so emotional, but I think it's because there's like so many people that this is their story. I feel like how much I cry when I read books. You would think I cry a lot, but truly, I don't. So I don't know what's wrong with me, but books and movies just really get me. But I'm okay. Anyways, basically, my overall thoughts summed up is I love this book so much. It's definitely a book that I will want to reread because it just really stuck with me, and I just felt so like connected to the characters. I feel like in a book, if you don't feel connected to the characters, you're not going to enjoy the story, obviously, no matter what it's about. My camera ran out of storage, but we are back. Colin Hoover just really writes chemistry very well, but she writes like emotion. Obviously, if you've read Colin Hoover, you already know that, but I loved it. Big fan. I feel like it's gonna be one of my favorites of the year and one that I will like think about for a long time afterwards. I do recommend, but just beware of the trigger warnings, and it's quite a heavy book, but I really enjoyed it and I'm glad I read it. So anyways, I think I'm gonna maybe update my reading journal because I haven't done that in a while, and I need to do my like spread for September.
Waking up in my bed, you're still stuck in my head. I'm not even hungover. I wanna call your phone, tell you.
So it's a bit later and I've been doing my reading journal. I realized that I hadn't updated my trackers, my yearly one and my monthly one, so I did that. And then I updated the 3 books that I've read in September so far, and I'm changing up the way I'm doing it because I'm putting the covers on the book. I saw Haley Pham do this and I loved it. I thought it was so fun, and I feel like it's just so cute to like look at, but I'm such an idiot. I literally put September at the top and I wrote SEM, September. I'm literally so dumb. So that just shows that my reading journal isn't perfect, but that's okay. I think it's so cute, and I decided to do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I'll do 6 more over here, kind of in that order instead of going down. Does that make sense? I don't know, but anyways, my 3 books of September so far, they were such good books, literally some of my favorites, and I'm just like so happy that I read them, and the covers are just so fun and so cute to have them in my journal. So updated that, and then I also updated my like yearly tracker, so I went to 50, which is super fun, and then I updated my August tracker. I read 13 books. And then I updated my yearly spread. So I have the 3 books that I read. I actually put pink dots on the last 2 because I actually think they're gonna be some of my favorites of the year. So love that, just so much fun. Now I'm probably going to take some ibuprofen because I think all the crying really gave me a headache. And maybe start a new book tomorrow. So I will catch you then. Hopefully I read like 3 books this week in this vlog. Technically, I only read one of this vlog, but you got my thoughts on yours truly, so technically too, you know? Hello guys, it is now Sunday, and I have not vlogged since Wednesday for this video because I didn't start a new book until, I think, Friday night. And then I ended up finishing it yesterday. So I just didn't vlog me reading that book, but I wanted to share my thoughts on it. So I thought we could sit here. I'm going to update my reading journal. I put this sweatshirt on, but I'm sweating, so I'm gonna have to take it off. Also, I feel like this is kind of an odd angle, but this is where the light is, and if not, you can't see me. So anyways, I read, it's called So That Happened by Katie Bailey. I read The Roommate Situation and The Neighbor War by her. Really enjoyed them, and I read them in August. I talked about them in my reading wrap up. Also read one of them for my 24-hour readathon, and this is her other book. Her other 2 books are on Kindle Unlimited, and this one is too. She only has 3 books out, so I was like, I want to read the last one that I haven't read. I just like reading all the books that authors write. She actually announced the other day that she's coming out with a new book, so that's exciting. But anyways, I read this book. It's a little bit longer than the other 2, but I really enjoyed it. So basically it's about this girl named Annie. She lived in Boston, but she's moving back to Atlanta. Her and her boyfriend broke up. She quit her job and she got a new one in Atlanta. She's moving back home, starting a new new job in a few days, so she is flying home like a Friday, starts on a Monday, you know, that kind of thing. And she gets on the plane, she's sitting next to this guy who's like kind of grumpy. They didn't really get along. And then the plane, like something happens, it tears down, they have to stay in the airport hotel for the night, and something happens to the rooms and they basically have to stay in the same room, in the same bed all night long. They think they're never gonna see each other again and all this stuff. And then she goes to work and realizes the guy that was in the hotel, who was next to her on the plane, is her boss at her new job, which is quite an ordeal. And basically it's like a workplace romance. Honestly, I tried reading The Hating Game multiple times and I literally couldn't get into it past like a chapter. I hated it. But I feel like if you like that, you probably like this just because it's workplace romance. But I really enjoyed it. I thought it was sweet and cute. I do feel like the first like 100 pages are pretty slow, but I feel like it gets better as you read it. And it is closed door. All her books are closed door, which I really like. I feel like some of these books, it might like glamorize like employees dating their bosses, and I don't think that's like this in this book at all. Actually, they're like more against dating in the workplace, so I feel like it doesn't glamorize that, which I really liked. But I really enjoyed it. I thought it was cute. The ending was cute. And also you get little cameos of the characters in the roommate situation and the neighbor war, which was super fun. I loved that. So big fan. Also like the family dynamic was super cute. I think I gave it like 4.25 stars, but I'm going to color in my journal and stuff. But I wanted to tell you about that book because I thought it was so good. And this will be like the last bit of this vlog. Let me know if you liked the like read with me for a week, because I feel like it was kind of fun just to like tell you what I'm reading throughout the week. Also, if you enjoyed the literal cry fest that this vlog was, I don't know what was wrong with me. I'm like, Bethany, you're being so dramatic, as I was watching back the footage. But you know, I'm trying to be real, and that's what happened. So also, I was thinking about this just the past few days since I read All Your Perfects, and I wanted to say it in the vlog. If you or someone you know is struggling with infertility and you would be willing to like DM me and like tell me, I would love to pray for you. I obviously will pray for you like in general, but I would love to have like a name, a situation to pray for specifically. But if you don't feel comfortable, that's okay too. I just wanted to say it in the vlog. If you are struggling with infertility and you just want some prayers, I would love to pray for you. So it's been heavy on my heart, and I wanted to share that because I don't know, it just felt like something I wanted to do. So anyways, I'm going to put this in my journal. I'm very excited for Katie Bailey's new book to come out. I don't think it comes out till next year, but I think it's gonna be really good. I'm excited. I am curious to see if it's about one of the characters from this book, because I feel like a storyline could definitely happen with the main character's, what's his name? I literally didn't even say his name. Liam is his name. I think his sister, could have a fun storyline. So I'm hoping that that's what the book's about, but I forgot to look, so I need to do that. But anyways, I just put it in my little yearly spread. I forgot I need to print out the cover to do it for my monthly spread. Maybe I'll do that real quick.
I've been feeling so small.
Alrighty, I finished putting this in my journal. I went and printed it really quick and I put some of my thoughts, just a few sentences, and then a rating. And this is what my September reads looks like close up. As you can see, my mistake with September, but it's fine. But I love how it looks with the covers. It's just super fun. I'm a big fan, and I'll probably continue to do this throughout the months because I just think it looks really cute. I have enough room to like write my thoughts, but I also have the covers, which makes the spread look really cute. So love this, big fan. So that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed seeing like what I read throughout the week, and also my reading journal, just seeing how I update it every once in a while. It's so much fun. I love it. I have a whole video on it that I will link below if you want to watch it. But I think that's it for this video. If you enjoyed, be sure to subscribe. I post every Tuesday and Saturday here on YouTube. I also have an Instagram and a Bookstagram. I'm so active on my Bookstagram because it's so much fun, so you should follow me there. I'm also doing a giveaway for 500 followers because I just hit that, which is so crazy, so cool, and I'm so thankful. So if you want to be a part of that, you can follow me there. But I think that's it. So I'll see you very soon for my next video. Bye.